Okie dokie. Cool. All right. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started shortly. Got some more small stuff to do, and then we can get right into sanding it down and putting on the finishing touches. But so far, I'm really liking how it's turning out. So it's a little bit longer on the adhesive applying section, and then we are getting into the sanding and all that fun stuff. I'm actually seeing the ring come to fruition. So I'm not gonna mess with the camera at all. I did that before stream. I decided that was a smarter idea to do it beforehand. I got it as close as I possibly could. I even made a little card with a text on it, so that way it would A, white balance, and B, focus. And it still didn't focus properly, but whatever. It is what it is. I need to get this done. So I am focusing on getting this ring complete tonight, so that way I can deliver it to the client. And then I can focus on the next ring. So I hope y'all are having a good week. I'm pretty excited about this weekend. Getting a haircut, getting a bunch of stuff for the house done, or at least for the baby room. It'll be a good weekend, a good productive weekend. At least it should be. We'll see. Hopefully, depending on how things go, I may be able to do a stream on either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm actually really excited about Don't Starve Together. That was a lot of fun to play. I definitely want to start that as the kind of like new series-ish maybe thing. Because I think what happened the first time is that I played it, but I didn't play it slow enough to understand. And I still don't understand all the different research and the materials to make certain things and whatnot, but I think I just tried to play it at full speed, rather than like taking my time and understanding what they needed and what they were in. What's the word I'm trying to think of? I wasn't taking the time to learn the game. I was trying to play it as if it was just a fun thing to try, rather than actual take the time and succeed. So it's pretty fun. I really enjoy it. So I'm excited to continue that. So I'm hoping this weekend I'll have time to play that on a stream or something, but I'm not sure just yet. Depends on what happens through the days of Saturday and Sunday. So, because I need to go to Home Depot, I need to grab a couple things actually. I need to get plastic for our windows because they're pretty drafty and it's been stupid cold. The furnace has actually been running a lot recently, which might kick on behind me. So if it's super loud, I'm going to try to mute it so that way it's not blasting people's eardrums out. But we'll see. Most of it after this CA dries, and as long as it's above the actual ring blank, is going to be muted anyways because I'm going to be sanding, and that's super, super loud, so you guys might not even hear the furnace, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, there's going to be an ad in about a minute, so probably just wait for this to dry and then start sanding, and you guys won't really be missing too much during that ad. Actually get my sander ready. I think I'll start off with 120 maybe. Actually no, I'll do 80 I think. 80 to start and then jump right to 120. I think that will I think that'll work the best, honestly. Just because of the material that I need to take down. I might need to replace this this head. It's getting a little mushroomed on top. It's making putting these Dremel bits on a bit more difficult. There we go. I think I have a couple of these, if I remember correctly. Masson, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. You may not hear me because of the ad, but welcome, welcome, nonetheless. And if you can, how you doing? Cool. So yeah, we're just gonna continue with working on the CA for this. Actually, I'm gonna switch that out for a different one. I'm thinking that it is pretty close to being fully on the above the ring blank itself. There's a couple low spots, but not overly concerned. And from looking at it, it doesn't seem like there's any air pockets, which is good. But we'll see. We shall see. I need to get this plugged in. There we go. No? Oh, wrong one. That is for the lamp. This is what I needed. There we go. Cool. Yes, I am. They are remains for a memorial ring. So it is. I want to try to treat it with as much respect as possible for the client and for the past. But yes, it is remains. I do many different rings, remains. I do regular rings with different materials and stones. I have one on that I made for my wife and I. I made us both the same design, just different blanks. This is sand from our honeymoon with Olympic blue opal, cubic zirconia, and seashell fragments, and I don't remember the blue pigment. I can't remember. But yeah, I do a bunch. It's a lot of fun. Doing glasswork remains is easy to melt away. I won't touch them yet. Oh, you do glasswork. Nice. That's really cool. I've known maybe like 2 people who've done glasswork before. It seems really cool. I've never really been able to try it. I don't even know if I'll be able to, but or would want to, just for cost and time and whatnot. But glasswork is freaking cool. Oh, nice. Glass and lamp working. That's very cool. Yeah, I've been doing ring stuff for close to 3, going on 4 years, I think. No, actually 5? Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, I started during COVID, actually. So, it's fun. It's fun. Gets a little extra income, which is nice. And it's also a lot of fun to make something that people will enjoy and something that will last for a very, very long time. I'm actually redoing this ring because the client reached out and said that they had an impact on the ring that had a couple dings in it. So I tried to sand it down. I tried to thin it out a little bit so that way I could build it back up. And apparently you can't do that with this material because the material literally just shattered off the blank. So that was fun. Here for 26 years, lost wedding band in 3 months, shoveling snow. Honestly, it's funny you say that because where we got married, when we were touring the facility, there's like this little pond thing or whatever that they have like a floating dock on for pictures and whatnot, and sometimes they have people that swim in it during the ceremonies or the celebrations or whatever. And they said that they don't recommend, if you do go swimming, to wear the jewelry because since it's new, your fingers aren't used to it yet or whatever. But there have been so many times where they've had people in the water with like metal detectors and all this other stuff because people have lost their ring throughout the night. What am I using for lathe? It's actually a woodwork. Wen, W-E-N, various speed working lathe. You can get it on Amazon. I think it was like $160. Let's see. And wood lathe. Yeah, 170. It's a 8-inch by 13-inch diameter lathe. So it worked out pretty well. It's lasted this long, even though it's very rusted and destroyed. But how is the? Yeah, it's still kind of damp. How is the level? What I'm trying to do right now is I inlay everything and then I layer it all with CA to get it above the ring blank itself, so that way when I'm standing it down, it'll be flush and flat, similar to this, for example. It's flush, it's flat, and there's no hard material sticking out. So I sand it down and into the channel and then build it back up with the CA in order to make it flat and then have that shine and all that stuff. But what I'm doing right now is I'm filling the gaps after I have inlaid all the material in order to build it up and sand it down and then build it back up again. But I just want to make sure that it is all above the actual ring blank itself. And by the ring blank, I mean the channels here. I want it above this so that way I can sand it flat. And obviously CA takes a bit to dry, and it is still a little bit wet, so I'll use some accelerator to speed up the process. The one thing that's unfortunate about this specific lathe is that there's not a slow speed. The slowest speed is pretty fast. So like if you're familiar with lathes, obviously with metal working lathes, they can rotate at such a smaller and slower speed, whereas woodworking, you turn it on low and it's going. Someday I'd love to get a metal lathe, but because that'd make doing the CA portion a lot easier, because right now I am literally just turning it by hand the whole time, so I think it gets very tired, as you can imagine. So, I mean, I can work down a little bit and then build it back up. I'd rather just do it all in one, but it is what it is. Okay. All right. So let's see. I've seen some glass lace. I'm not sure how they work or compare. I'm not good enough to even attempt it. Oh, I didn't even know there was glass lace. Interesting. Well, what I'm gonna do, with my stream setup, I don't have the way to like turn down the microphone. It's either mute or keep it on. But when I'm standing, it is very loud. So I kind of mute the phone in order to not blast people's eardrums. So I'm going to mute the phone for a little bit just to get the sanding started, and then I'll check in, keep a look at it, and all the other stuff, and watch chat. But yeah, enjoy the lo-fi and the process of turning this into something pretty. So yeah, I'll be back. So I'm trying to take my time, but the majority of the larger pieces are sanded down, which is nice. So I can move on to more of the hand sanding portion now, which is good. With a tungsten or no, not sterling, Jesus, titanium. I wish I could work with sterling. Actually, for Christmas, my father-in-law got me a bunch of tools and stuff to bend actual metals and all this other stuff. So I would love to work with actual like silver and stuff in the future, and that's what I'm aiming for. But that stuff is very expensive, as you can imagine. But cool, we're gonna get into more hand sanding. So
back with the PPE and back with the Newt, because now I get to use the lathe. Also, Masson, this is how fast or how slow the lathe is on the lowest setting. So imagine trying to put CA on that. It's not possible.
Okay. Looking pretty good so far. A couple small scratches here, and that's to be expected just because of the sandpaper. It's not possible to not have any scratches, but the less scratches the better, because the smaller the scratch, the easier it is to get out with the higher grit sandpaper. My sanding process is very, very, very thorough. I start from 80 to 120, and I go all the way up to 12,000 grit. So it's very, very in depth. Hi. Okay. Sorry, I was saying bye to the wife. She's going out to dinner with her girlfriends, because one of them is going out to California. But so yeah, obviously the less scratches the better, but depending on how deep, they can be fixed pretty easily, actually. Yeah, there's a few scuff marks there, but that's fine. So I also got to be careful of like what is the metal, what is glue. This titanium isn't that great to work with, in my opinion. I definitely prefer tungsten, just because after using tungsten, realizing that titanium is such a the dog is very sad that the wife left. Titanium is a very, very, very soft metal, and it's not great. It's not very forgiving, honestly. Is that actual CA? I can't tell if that's CA. I don't know. But regardless, we're doing pretty good. Oh my god. You can tell she's a mama's girl. What's really funny is that since I get home before the wife does, the wife will come home, but she'll sit in her car because like her mom called her or one of her friends called her or whatever, so the dog will hear her car outside and just start going bonkers, doing the same thing, just whining and running back and forth and looking out the window, and because she knows the sound and the tone of the car at this point. So she gets all excited and stuff. Yeah, like that is scary rough. I should be able to fix that. What I think I'll do is I'll actually start sanding with the higher grits now to get rid of those dings and stuff. So I will start off with 600. Or what do I have? I guess I could start with 4. I might do that, honestly. Let's try 4. I don't know, this feels very abrasive. don't know how I feel about it. I haven't actually used this one before. I bought this this like wheel of sandpapers, and I'm never gonna do it again. The way they packaged it was horrible. Each wheel had a rubber band around it on the inside, and so in order to get the sandpaper out, you needed to cut the rubber band on the inside, find the tie, put it through, but you cannot take this apart no matter what you do. It does not come apart unless you break the box. So I don't know who thought that that would be a good idea, but it's not. So, and this does not feel like 400. My God, this feels like, I don't know, this feels like 250 or 3. Jesus. I don't know. I guess the 600 feels a little better than this. I don't know. We'll see. But I always wet sand. It helps with the dust. It helps to make it less abrasive, and it's just easier and less harsh on the actual ring bike itself. So I'm gonna try to get rid of these dings, and we'll come back in a bit. What's going on, Tyler? Yes, so I did reach out to Parker. We have a ring in order, and that is actually the one after this one. So we are Gonna work on that one in a bit. And boy howdy, let me tell you, that guy, that man's got sausage fingers. Size 12. Yeah, no, it was definitely in a long time coming, that's for sure. So for example, oh, there's a furnace. It's right behind me. I apologize. But if you can hear me, this is a size 12. This is a 7. Alright, that's way too loud.
!saluting_face.
There, finally my furnace turned off. Holy shit. That was incredibly loud. Well, first off, Tyler, thank you. Thank you for the sub and the gift sub. That was awesome. Thank you so, so much. And second, I'm kind of sad with what happened, and this can happen with any ring. During the sanding process, something may not have been adhered properly or something, but basically there were some air holes made, and the air holes then let some of the liquid... God damn it! Is it too loud for you guys? Is the furnace like super, super loud? Because if it's not, and you can still hear me, then I'll just continue. But if it's super loud, then I'm gonna have to mute again. Not loud at all? Okay, I'll take it. It's freaking loud for me. But anyways, the sanding process does obviously do a lot of vibrations, and there's liquid and all this other stuff, and it can make some pieces of the ring kind of jostle and unadhere. So that's what happened, and actually there was a giant piece that came out right here, and I mean, it's not the best quality of zooming in, but that is that's the hole, and it's well, how can I show this? With a toothpick. So that's the tip of the toothpick, right? It is. You can't freaking see that. Boop. It should not go in like that. So now that means I have to figure out if I have a stone small enough for that, or if I just fill it in with CA. It does look like it had stones in that section, so perhaps the stone shattered and broke off that way. I'm not sure, but it does look like it was just one of the permafrost ones, or the pearl white, so it's not going to be too difficult. As long as I can find a small enough piece. That's the only catch. And yes, when I'm making these rings, I am doing everything by hand. So all of these stones you see in here, they are tweezer fed. It's just how I do things. Okay, let's do a little dab of super thin. There we go. Now let's look for a very tiny, even just like a sliver. That might fit, honestly. I don't like how that was in there. No, not that one. It sucks because, like, since I have CA on it already, I have to throw away the stone. Because I'm not going to put the CA covered stone back in the container. That may work. Let's get the toothpick. No, I don't think I'm gonna put a stone in after all. It's too small of a space. So it is what it is. It's not not ideal, but with the cool thing about CA is that when it fills in the spaces, it does actually do a decent job of not hiding, but filling in the voids, especially when they're as large as that was. Because essentially at that point it's kind of like an optical illusion of just like liquid. Because the way that you think about it is the fact of, like, if you're at a lake and you take a stick and then push it into the water, it doesn't just go straight down. It looks like it's to the side. And with these voids in here, when I put the CA on, it fills in the void so it doesn't even look like anything, which helps. I just like to pack things in with the stones to make it look nice. But I mean, I think it looks pretty, even just with that. And God, I wish I had the ability to do a better streaming setup. Because how I currently stream down here is I use my computer upstairs and OBS. I have a laptop on my left that I am remoting into my computer upstairs in order to access OBS and Twitch and all that stuff. But how I am doing the webcam is on an old LG phone over Wi-Fi. And it's not great. It always tries to focus too far away and then not far enough, and audio's not great, and it's just a pain in the ass, honestly. But I wish I could show you guys exactly what I'm seeing, because it is pretty. But it'll just have to come with time, I guess. Eventually, I'd love to get a webcam and an actual, like, dedicated PC for down here, so that way I can stream and then adjust the camera and the lighting and everything to my standards of what I do upstairs on Tuesdays. But what can you do? I mean, it is pretty, though. I am pretty happy with it so far. Man, you see so many shimmers. So cool. So yeah, they wanted the remains, shiny white pigment, permafrost opal, which is like a blue, kind of like an icicle, and pearl white opal, which is just a pure white. But I love working with opals, mainly because it's easier to sand, but also because when the light shines, you can actually see it when it comes around the other side underneath. All the different colors, like you can see the blue, you can see the white, but also shimmers of like orange and yellow and blues, and it's freaking beautiful. I absolutely love it. Also, heads up, there will be an ad in like 25 seconds. Just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on that. But I'm just going to continue getting the CA on this, and then get to sanding it down flush, and then we should be done. Or then polishing, then done. How's your week been, Tyler? It's your Friday today, isn't it? I always forget what's your normal work schedule. And there's BKFC Saturday night, right? I think there is. Can't remember. I may or may not be in. I'm hoping to be, but we'll see. Yeah, it's looking real nice. Okay. Let's try to wick some of the excess CA away, so that way it's less for us to sand down. Still enough for us to get that flat bell. Not flat bell, but you know what I mean. That flat surface. Maybe just like one. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. It's always a dance of like how much to put on and how much to wick off and stuff. It's tough. But that looks good actually. So I'll let that go. May take a few to for it to adhere and cure. But after a bit, I'll probably use some of the accelerator. I just don't want to use too much accelerator because it can fog up the ring, basically making it cure too quickly. I bet the squeaking is really nice to listen to as well. I've been meaning to take apart the belt in this thing, just to see if it needs to be, like, taken care of or whatever, but I just never got around to it. Alright, let's use a tiny bit, probably just like one spritz of CA activator. Let's see what that does. Because it will spread through the CA and start curing. And actually, there's a few low spots I may need to hit again with the CA. Yeah, right there. Holy crap. Alright. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell with the CA, at least I can. I know you guys can. It's not really the best of quality of focus, but I can tell that the ring is going to be very, very nice at the end of here. So I see that there is a low spot, and I'm going to try to position it so that way the low spot is on the bottom part where the CA will mainly sit. Where did that go? Right there. There we go. Get in that channel. Right there. I'm hoping that's it. We'll see. Beat beat bro. There we go. Yeah, you can tell it's been super dry. My knuckles are cracking. Cracking a lot. We have 2 humidifiers going in the house. The furnace is, or the heat is by steam radiator, so it should be putting moisture in the air, but it seems like it's doing less of that. Actually, it's still pretty vacant right here. Yeah, right there. Try to use the toothpick a little to spread this around to make it more flat. There we go. Well, small touch-ups. Small touch-ups. Yeah, for those who are new, my name's Blanchy. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursdays is Maker Night. Tuesdays is Game Night. Around 6:30 Eastern till 9 Eastern PM. Yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for close to 10 years. No, over 10 years now. 12? Can't remember. But yeah, welcome. You're always welcome. It's a safe place. You're more than happy to hang out, chill, watch the idiocies on Tuesday, and watch the stuff on Thursday for arts and stuff. So, I just like to make things. I like to do stuff. I'm a tinkerer. And yeah, glad that you're all here. Past Tuesday I was playing Oxygen Not Included, and it's a lot of fun now that I finally understand how to play. It's a good game. It's a good practice run because this coming March I have a baby coming. So, what the hell? That was weird. Kind of like sideways. Might be time for a new glue tip. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna replace this glue tip real quick because it's getting gonky. So, that in there. I may actually fill this up too, since I'm here. Ever since I found the Amazon, I've been so happy. Instead of this giant bottle with a really crappy tip that I had to put these plastic things on, I used to use there we go. I used to cut these down and try to fit this tip onto this bottle. It was such a pain. I was killing my hands, and it was not worth it because the tips would away every time. When I found these on Amazon, they're metal tips, so I can put them in acetone if I want to, and they're phenomenal. They work so happy with them. Is this? No, it's thick. We'll need this. Yeah. Okay. You are stuck there. Right there. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and they come with like 50 or 75 of these plastic bottles, a bunch of these plastic tips, and then the bunch of the metal tips, and a funnel. It's so cool. So handy. There. Then, when I need to, I just fill her up. Put the tip on. Put the cover on. And there we go. Fully safe and secured bottle of CA. So super handy. Love it. All right, I think that is good enough to do more accelerator. I found that like 2 or 3 spritz while spinning usually touches the whole ring blank. So everything on each side would then be adhered. Occasionally I don't spin it fast enough and it doesn't hit everything, but typically that's good. It seems to be pretty damn close. Just one small spot right here. There. Good. And even though the accelerator helps accelerate the curing process, technically, I do still need to let it cure for a little bit longer, so that way it adheres internally as well. So during that process, I think I may chance messing with the camera in order for you guys to be able to see it better. So, I'm going to chance this, okay? I'm going to try. Because it is... Do I want to do... How do I want to do this? Do I want to move the lathe back and then forward? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, unless I want to do this. I could try this. Try that. This is what I'm talking about. It is so finicky. It's worse. Like, what are you focusing on? I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, also on my phone, it's super dark, so let me try and turn up the brightness a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. Okay. Yep, blurry as shite. So, see, and it's like, this is so far away. This is in focus. How is this in focus? I was telling you to focus here. This is what I run into every time. And then like this is in focus, but this isn't. How is this, but not this? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I shouldn't mess with it too much, I don't think. If I do this. Ooh! I don't think I'm going to touch it again. That's actually pretty damn good. Okay, cool. You can see the stones. I'm happy with that. Are you guys happy with that? Looks a hell lot better, honestly. I mean, it's not super, super bright, but I could probably find another light to put up. Let me try. Because at least with the off. Plus, I have plenty of these freaking things, which is phenomenal. So, let's try... Before I try to position like the cord and stuff, let me see if I can bounce some light off the wall. And hope that works. How's that? It kind of help a little. I mean, it's yellow. But, oh, I do have another one. I have so many of these because I use them for photography lights. All of the other photography lights are so goddamn expensive. So, if you need any type of photography light, get a can light from Home Depot. Stupid cheap, super versatile, and, well, they work really well. Can I just put this up here? Maybe? will this get in the way of the camera? I don't know. Put it there. Yeah, it might work. Ooh, okay. Getting somewhere. Did that do anything? Not really. Can I move it closer? Actually, let's just do this. Because if I just turn it like this, I mean, it's not bad, right? If I literally just have this light on the ring, is that too bright for you guys? How does that look? I mean, on my phone it looks good. Yeah, I think that actually looks a lot better. Cool. All right, well, let's move the cord so I don't kill myself. How can I... Oh, duh. I can just move it behind this water pipe. There we go. Whoop. Look at that. Move this back over here. Yeah, that looks really good. Cool. Well, that's super exciting. Hell yeah. All right, cool. So anyways, like I was saying, trying to build this up so that way it's flush with the ring blank, so that way I can sand it down, it's all flat. So we are pretty much there, and with me screwing around with that, we should be good to just start sanding. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to put on the mask and all that stuff again, so that way I don't breathe in all the crud, and then we'll get to sanding and making this thing pretty.
So enjoy the lo-fi and the glow up process.
Alright, friends. We are coming close to the end. Don't you dare fucking tell me that I just saw... Oh, you kidding. And this will happen. It happens more often than you think. That is so upsetting. All that polishing and sanding, and it's a tiny hole right here. Oh well. You know what's funny? Growing up, I never thought of like, wow, that item is so expensive for such a small thing. Why is it so expensive? And then I started making stuff. And then I understood. But everything else is looking pristine. So I'm still very happy. Still very happy. This does mean I need to go through and add the CA to that section, build up a small layer, sand it back down, double check it, and this happens. This happens more often than not. But just gives me a chance to perfect the product. There we go. Leave that like that. Let's try to spread this around a little, so that way it's a little bit more flat. There we go. Well, that kind of stinks. But it is what it is. Like I said, I'm very, very happy with how it's coming out. It's very, very pretty. It does have less of a shine than what I was hoping for, but it is better than most of the rings that I've done before that have been titanium. Like, for example, this is the original one, and granted this was about 3 years old, so it is a little bit tarnished, but what I'm looking for is that... Hold on, that's not even a good picture. What I'm looking for is the shine inside the ring blank on the outside, and you can see that it on like there on either side it's a little bit dull, and that's one reason also why I need to sand with such small increments and up to such a high grit in order to polish and buff the metal, not just the CA. And after I'm done sanding and everything, I actually go through a 3-step polish process as well. And that's usually what helps it bring the shine fully out. But like I said before, titanium is very, very finicky. It's very difficult to work with because it sands down so quickly. And you were seeing it, like as I was sanding it, all the dark water that was coming off of the sandpaper and polishing pads and whatnot, those are finite pieces of metal that I'm sanding off. So titanium sands off very quickly, and without any really attempt either. Like, it was coming off using 2400 grit. So it's definitely a finicky metal. Let's try another layer of super thin. Huh. I don't like that sound. I was listening to the power strip I have on my bench. It's starting to crackle at me a little. And I don't appreciate it. So may need to pick a new one up. I don't really know what's making it crackle, but oh well. Not dead yet. Alright, cool. I'm thinking that one layer may be enough. And with that one layer, I may be able to just jump right to 500 grit and then up. 5 or 6, one of the two, I can't remember. But we're getting pretty dang close here, people. I'm very, very happy. Alright, with that, let's chance a little bit of accelerator, because it's pretty spread out, which is nice. There. See if I can't see that divot. Yeah, there it is. Damn, not enough yet. Maybe a layer or two. Yeah. Definitely the 2-layer. Because the thing about CA is that when it cures, it almost like shrinks a little bit. which is interesting. So, it's an interesting material. Come on. Okay. But we are getting extremely close. I need to finish this ring tonight. I don't need to give it to them tomorrow. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to see them tomorrow or if my wife will or whatnot. But regardless, I've had this on to fix for quite a while. And I've just had no time to do it. So I want to bang it out. I want to get it done. I do think that this layer will be enough to be built up over that small gap. Which obviously is ideal. Hey, almost knocked it over. Okay, it's getting there. It's almost fully dried. It's a very time-consuming process. So how's everyone doing on this fine evening? Is the stream living up to the expectations or anything like that? I'm glad I figured out the light situation in the camera, because this does look so much better. Cool. All right. I think it's ready to sand, so I'm going to get started, and then, yeah, hopefully this is the last sanding. And guess what? The furnace is back on. But I am so happy with how it's turned out. We just have 3 more things to do. We need to polish. And to do that, I need to go upstairs and grab a paper towel real quick. But I will be right back. Man, I am loving how this is coming out. Yes, I'll be right back. Okay. So we have 3 stages. There's rough, medium, and then mirror. Obviously start off with the rough, and then go up to the medium. And the mirror is really where it shines. Hence the name mirror. So I'll get started on this, and hopefully the furnace is done, and I can show you what it's going to look like, or what it looks like after it's done. I'm super excited. And that is the finished product. Holy smokes. I'm super happy with how that came out. My God. And the furnace stopped right on time. Alright, let's take this bad Larry off. We will need to do some small cleanup stuff, which is standard because there's obviously on the actual mandrel where it's sitting, there's just a lot of gunk that gets built up on the inside. So just need to clean that up a little bit, either with the X-Acto knife or whatever. But that's just a standard thing. It just gets stuck in the crevices and whatnot. But hot damn, is that pretty. Golly. Okay, let's check for some excess CA. Try not to scratch anything. Not seeing any buildup, which is good. Because sometimes when the CA kind of goes over on the sides, it'll go inside the or underneath the ring blank, but no, it's pretty clean. That's super, super exciting. Well, I am glad this ring is done. Next is going to be the ring for a friend of mine, Parker. He won a giveaway I did on my charity live stream for the Jimmy Fund. And that's going to be starting next week. So I'm going to be working on that. But look at that, my guys. Let me try to position this a little better. Sorry for the noise of the camera. There we go. So that is pearl white opals and permafrost on a shiny white pigment and with the remains mixed in the back on a titanium ring blank. It's a 7.5 size thin style, so it is 6 millimeters wide from inside of the channel side to side. To put it to a standard 8 millimeter size, that is this is an 8 millimeter, this is a 6. But yeah, I am super pleased with how this turned out. It's pretty. Is that any better for focus? I don't know. I just want to show you guys like as close as I possibly freaking can, but it's not gonna focus, I don't think. All right, I'm gonna chance this just because. All right, well, now it's too bright, but let me actually, can I just do this? Let's try this. Can I just get like super close this way? And then... Oh my god, this phone fucking sucks. Come on! Oh my god. This is so annoying. Anyways, I'm super happy with how the ring turned out. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the process. That's how far I had to have it zoomed in. But yeah, I'm hoping that the client enjoys it and likes it. I love how it turned out. It's honestly much better than what I did prior. This one's almost three years old, maybe 4. But I've definitely improved my skills since then, so they'll definitely like it. But yes, I am going to be working on the next one next week. It is a size 12. It is a chonky boy. It is going to be, let me pull up the material list, because we did decide on that. He kind of let me choose a few things. I ran a couple things by him. He then kind of suggested a few things on what he likes and what he doesn't like. And so we are going to be doing Deep Space Blue. Where are you? There we are. Deep Space Blue Opal and Crimson Red Opals with, where are you? Is it in the other one? Yeah. On a tungsten blank, mind you. It is going to be... Yeah, okay. So Crimson Red Opal with Deep Space Blue Opal and Gunmetal Black. So, like this. All on a silver tungsten blank, which I think is going to go very, very well. I'm super excited about that one. That's going to be a really fun one. I feel like it's going to be, I think it'll come out really, really nice. So I'm excited for next week. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. Tyler, thank you again for the subs and the gift sub as well. So, like I said before, I think I might be able to stream this weekend, and if I do, it's going to be Oxygen Not Included, because it's a lot of fun. And if not, then I will see you guys Tuesday for Oxygen Not Included. And until then, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one.